back again. Uh, yeah. Doing a video, some stuff that again showed up on my doorstep today. A little under the weather here. Put the microphone closer to me. Uh, got some stuff that just arrived. A little under the weather, so I'm gonna try to keep this short. Yeah, had a fun time on Biggie's stream last night. Uh, Thanks for letting me show some stuff, and yeah, I got to talk to Alan, which like I said before, it's Alan's channel is my favorite comic book related YouTube channel. So cool to talk to him and meet some new people, and got a few new subscribers. So welcome, people. We're at 48, which means that we're getting really close to doing a giveaway at 50. I'm going to be gone for work this week. While I'm gone, I'm going to try to I'm going to schedule a drop of the room tour. It's a small room. It's going to be short. Well, I'll go into some detail on some stuff I have here, but it's not a big room, and a lot of my comics are in another room. And here is mostly like either my best stuff or stuff that I'm doing something with. Either something that I'm like going to be cleaning and pressing, or something I'm going to be sending off to CGC or to Ron at Pompey's Presser. So it's just, or stuff that I'm reading, or stuff that's kind of like on my radar. But if it's just like collection stuff, it stays in another room. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Yeah, as I mentioned in a previous video, I had a lot of stuff that I had sent to CGC, kind of staggered over, I don't know, a few months, and depending on the tier, it takes a certain amount of time to get it back to you. So stuff that's what they call high value comes back almost immediately. Like, I'll get back like the next week. Um, I sent a couple things in for reholdering, where where a holder was damaged, the slab was damaged, and another one where it was an older slab, and it's a pedigree, so it comes from one of the pedigree collections. Older slabs still had the blue label, but now they put this fancy gold label. So I wanted the fancy gold label on it because it just looks better. So those are off. But one thing I had sent off is a vintage tier, which finally came back, and these are taking like 3.5, 4 months to get back. So that's going to be the kind of big thing. But I had something arrive since I did the last video. Uh, this is something I was waiting on for some time. I did a pre-order on this. I showed this on the stream last night, but I'll show it again. It's married cover, Mark Spears, married cover for the Monsters. And it is, yeah, like the Bela Lugosi style Dracula facing off with like the Boris Karloff style Frankenstein. Different color accents. Just, yeah, Mark Spears is just awesome. He just crushes everything. But yeah, it's a limited to 250 sets. So you had to order this as a set. And it's Monsters number 2. It's 2 issues of Monsters number 2, and you had to order the set. But I was happy to do so. It took quite a while, and boy, I think they look really good raw in the Mylar. But they might look great slabbed too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I want to display them. Uh, Welcome opinions on that. You think they look better as they are, or do you think they would look better slabbed, like right next to each other, facing each other? Uh, my instinct right now is to keep them raw. So I think that's what we're going to do. A couple eBay orders dropped. Probably should have turned that around so you can't see, but these are both look to be well packaged, and if you've been around at all, you know that I'm going to bitch about it if it's not. And these look really good. They're in the Gemini style mailers. Look, so far so good. Baby knife again. Mike Jones knifing tool. Always use the baby knife. All right, pulling this apart. Hey, it's pretty nice. Wow, boy, this is nice. All kind of pull tabs. Welcome, not taped too aggressively, which is really, really cool. And this is another pre-order. So this is, I'm not really ordering a lot at the moment. Taking a break from stuff because I spent a lot of money on those two big books that you saw me order, or you saw me open earlier this week. But this is something I ordered months ago. I almost tried to cancel it, but I didn't realize what I had actually ordered on this. Holy smokes, is this cool? Um, yeah. So this is a Lucky Devils #1, but it's signed and remarked by the guy who did this cover, this Cameron Johnson, and um, there's a C of A on the back with this Cameron Johnson. Uh, this is really cool cover, and look at the cool remark he did. Yeah, the this was it just normally says the Lucky Devils. All of this is like cool monster with the alcohol bottle or whatever in the back. That is all original art that this Cameron Johnson did. So wow, that is bananas. I might have to get that slabbed with the gold label or with the yellow label on it. You know, send this in and yeah. I I had a regular copy of Lucky Devils. I have a variant that I sent off to CGC that's probably going to be sold. I have a raw copy of just like the regular one, and there was so much hype for that comic at New York City Comic Con. I ordered a few different ones, including this remarked version, which was fantastic. But I read the comic and not impressed. I don't think I'm going to get any more. The artwork's cool, the concept is cool, but the story's kind of silly. And I don't know about silly. It's more like a typical take, this kind of artists. Religion bad, maybe the devils aren't so bad, kind of. Yeah. Go fuck yourself. Um, so yeah, and then I got another one. Uh, Opening again looks to be really well packaged. Uh, and yeah, okay. I like what I'm seeing so far. I like it. All right. I'm picking up what you're throwing down on this shipment. Good. Well done. Okay, fantastic. All right. This is cool. So if you saw, I was on Matt Likes Comics stream last week, and we looked at this Vampirella right here. This is a signed and numbered print that I got on an auction, and it's this artist Limbs. His name goes by Kunka, but his name is Kendrick Lim. And I didn't have any comics from him. And Steven was asking me. He's like, "Well, wow, I haven't seen him. What has he done before?" And I really just had the print, and I love the print so much. I love Vampirella, and I love this version of Vampirella. But so when I looked into it, I saw he had done quite a few Vampirellas, including this, which is the print that I have. So I was like, well, I need that. I mean, if I have the remark, it's remarked and signed print of this, I should probably have the comic, and that is bananas. It's one of my favorite, like, modern Vampirella artwork. Yeah, that when I saw it, I was like, yeah, okay. Ouch! Please stop! No! Don't make me buy any more! But I had to get it, right? Yeah. Okay, so then comes to what's up? The CGC unboxing. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so baby knife again. So this is 4 books back from CGC, vintage tier, which means these are from 1975 or later, and the value of each comic would have to be, I think it's under $1,000. So, oh no, 1975 or earlier. Sorry, and the value has to be under $1,000, and these are taking forever. These are clearly deprioritized by CGC, and they're wanting people to submit modern books, and they're wanting people to submit like unlimited tier or high value, which are more expensive. And I think people, when they submit modern books, they submit them as like 15 at a time, so I think they make more doing that. Excuse me, my throat's a little bit weird. But it seems like what they're trying to do is get you to pay like an expedited rate. You can expedite these. I didn't do that. I sent these in. These have been in there as CGC for like 4 months. Like it's like absurd, like how long these were gone. I think everyone is frustrated by these. But well packaged by CGC. Here they are. In a whole wad of bubble wrap that I will reuse when I sell comics off to others, because I am a dirty, rotten reseller. Dirty, rotten, reselling comics scumbag who's ruining the hobby and blah, blah, blah. We hate you, Chonico, with your sending comics off, and you're buying the comics and you're charging too much. I know. But this is what I do to kind of fund the habit. I think there are a lot of drug addicts that do that, where they're drug addicts and then they start selling drugs to support their lousy drug habit. So that's what I do with comics. I will buy a lot of times pre-orders, and if I think it's going to be really big, and then when it drops and it is really big, I will usually have a handful that I'm selling. A lot of times I'm slabbing them. Sometimes I'm buying stuff where I'm just buying it to press or send off to Ron for pressing and improving the grade, and then reselling it. And that is how I, along with my own money. I mean, obviously there's stuff here where I can't do only that, but it does offset some of the costs. Anyway, so these are the 4 that I sent off, all for different reasons. But the first, this is a comic book from 1949. Not a popular series, but it was in such high grade when I saw it for a 1949 comic. This is a Ham Fisher cover from Joe Palooka. It's a Joe Palooka number 36 in an 8.5. An 8.5 with creamed off-white pages. But look at that. For a comic that old, to get an 8.5 and to be that clean. This, I did put this in the press just one time, but just like really, I was really careful with it. I didn't want to completely screw it up. But an 8.5 for a comic book that old is incredibly uncommon. Not a high value comic, but in an 8.5, I think it's, I'll look, but I think that's close to the top of the census. So people might actually want that. I don't sell my Golden Age stuff, so I'd be reluctant. Although it's not the type of comic I normally collect, because it's not the subject matter that I like. But man, a comic that old and that high a grade is really, really uncommon. So kind of do this down. I didn't do the fit check, did I? Doctor Doom. Second is another Golden Age comic, and this is from 1948. And it is, again, it's not a type of comic that I would normally collect, except for one thing, and it is Super Duck number 22. It's a cartoon comic. Um, Not in great shape. It's a 2.0 with creamed off-white pages. But the reason why I got this and the reason why I slabbed it is this is one of the comics that was used in Seduction of the Innocent. And I did a whole video on, if you watch my Crime Suspense Stories number 22, Alan at Comic Collector Geek has gone into depth on Seduction of the Innocent, but call it you can see right here, they call it Used in Sodi, which is, this was mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent book. I forget the reason why, but somebody thought this was objectionable, but it was like some of these really silly reasons that some of these books were in. I am lightly collecting Seduction of the Innocent books and the ones that were used in the Senate hearings. I'm not aggressively going after them, but when I find them very inexpensive, I'm trying to get them. That one, the only reason I slabbed it is because it's a Sodi book. Then, got a first appearance, Silver Age first appearance. Not the first appearance of this character, but a first appearance in the Silver Age. My favorite villains in DC are Poison Ivy, the uh, not Sandman. I'm getting Alzheimer's. I swear to God, I am. Scarecrow, and uh, and then this character, Solomon Grundy. So this is the first Silver Age appearance of Solomon Grundy, and um, 5.0. But I love Solomon Grundy. The first actual appearance is in Golden Age, but it's a prohibitively expensive comic. But Solomon Grundy, mostly in Batman. I think people mostly know him from that, but it's based on a nursery rhyme from England. It's like this, and the character recites that. I don't know if that's only modern, but Solomon Grundy born on a Monday, and he got this whole rhyming thing, but he is undead, and he's like a supernatural character, zombie, real very almost Frankenstein like, but more like a zombie. But yeah, really one of my favorite villains in DC. So yeah, that's a personal collection thing. I love that. And then last is um, another Seduction of the Innocent book, and one I was really happy to get. I thought this might grade out a little bit higher, but it's okay because the cover is really good. But Black Cat Mystery Comics number 36, and it's a 3.0 in white pages, and yeah, this cover is amazing. The battle of the monsters, the earth shuddered as they emerged from the bowels of the grave, savage, snarling. The life machine has to work. I must control him. And yeah, it's unclear to me. So the doctor here is trying to control the monster who's holding this child, and it I'm not sure what's happening. I've heard some people say that the monster is abducting the child and then going down into the depths, or is the monster trying to protect the child from the monsters that are coming up? I don't know, but it's just badass, right? I mean, the it's all of these comics from what year was this? This was 52. Uh, Again, used in Seduction of the Innocent, and uh, fantastic Golden Age, pre-code horror cover. Yeah, 3.0 with white pages. So another personal collection book that I'm really, really happy to have, and I was happy to have that slabbed. That was all I had for today. So yeah, again, please subscribe. Getting really close to the 50 subscriber thing, and like I said, I'm going to do a curated giveaway. So if you win, you'll I'll reach out to you and we'll talk, and I'll try to find what your interests are, and I'm gonna probably send you a few comics. I'm gonna probably send you one slab, a couple raws of comics I think you'll really like, and not comics I'm trying to get rid of. Um, it'll be comics that I have that I think you will enjoy having. Um, so yeah, we'll do one at 50 subscribers, and then I'll figure out another time point sometime in the future where we'll do another giveaway. But yeah, I think the other plans, just some brief things for the channel. I think we're gonna do streams at some point once I have enough subscribers, and I think also, yeah, this week I'm traveling, but I'm gonna drop the room tour video so people will be able to watch that. I'll check in at the hotel and see how that video does, and if anybody wants to yeah to comment or have questions, again, I know this one, any comments, questions, uh, hate, any anything that you want to do, I'll always respond. And yeah, thanks again for subscribing. Please, and if you haven't subscribed, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And um, yeah, again, hope your weekend's going well. Hope everything in your life's going well. Hope all the people in your life are doing well. And I'll be back again soon. Cheers. Bye.